Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. We gather today for an electronic town meeting to discuss whether there should be electronic town meetings. The meeting is called to order. Let all men enter of their own free will and be welcome. Let all men be heard. God bless the Commonwealth in this assemblage. Taking the role of the advocate is Roger Cowan, president of the Home Shopping Network, and taking the position of the inquisitor, Norman Ornstein. We shall first hear from the advocate, Mr. Cowan. Should there be electronic town meetings?
We at the Home Shopping Network enthusiastically support Ross Perot's exciting concept, the electronic town meeting. At HSN, we know firsthand of the power of new technologies and the tremendous good to which they can be put. As it now stands, our government cannot respond to the needs of we, the people. The electronic town meeting presents the only realistic opportunity for people to directly express their views, unfiltered through the special interests or the usual dirty politics. So, we at the Home Shopping Network urge you to support the electronic town meeting. It works for us. Thank you.
We will now hear from the inquisitor, Norman.
The electronic town meeting is a sham.
Bite thy tongue, Norman Ornstein.
We are a republic based on the ideals of a representational government. We elect our officials to represent us in Washington. We do not cast laws on the whims of public opinion based solely on who might or might not be watching this debate or the All-Star game. Why not simply structure our foreign policy on what people seeing Batman think? Or new abortion laws written by those who choose to attend monster truck and tractor pulls?
Norman, yay. Those are some very lucid points. I never thought about our government quite like that before. Thou hast really made a strong case against electronic town meetings.
I saw Norman Ornstein dance with the devil.
Now, hold on a second, Roger.
It's true. I saw him consort with incubi and succubi. He's a witch. Norman Ornstein is a witch.
Now, stop that. Now, let's get this electronic town meeting in gear. We've heard both sides of the argument, and now it is time to hear from the American people, which is the whole point of the electronic town meeting. Our first question comes from Mr. Joe Katz of Miami Beach, Florida. Mr. Katz, should there be electronic town meetings?
I'd like to ask Mr. Perot a question. Why does he want to take the Social Security from me? I've worked hard all my life. He has more money than I have.
I'm sorry, sir. Mr. Perot is not here. We are discussing the pros and cons of electronic town meetings, not Social Security. Let's move on to our next speaker, Joe from Yonkers.
Hey, Al. Joe from Yonkers. Long-time listener, first-time caller. How you doing? I'm fine, thanks. Here's the thing. You got a guy like Bonilla who's, hitting garbage for the Mets, and he's getting paid a couple $1 billion a year. And at the same time, you got a guy like Puckett for the Twins. And he's, he's slugging them away, and he's getting paid jack. Now, my question is, how's it going to affect Puckett's contract renegotiation? Is it going to hurt him? Is it going to help him? I mean, I don't know exactly how to put it into words. It's kind of like,
This is not a sports call-in show, and I would really like to...
Hold on a second, Al. I think I know what he's trying to say. It does cut both ways. On the one hand, Bonilla's making a fortune. Since Puckett's posting the better numbers, he ought to be worth more. But on the other hand, the Twins have a small market. They have to worry about paying a player so much, and then what happens if he slumps like Bonilla?
I totally disagree, witch.
Gee, Norman, I didn't know you were such a baseball fan.
Well, George Will has season tickets to the Orioles, and he lets me have them every third Saturday.
Our next speaker comes from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Mr. James Rowe, you have a question about electronic town meetings.
I got a 66 GTO convertible, and I think the charge on my battery is too low. I checked the wiring, but everything looked okay, but she just doesn't run right.
Is anyone screening these calls?
Well, hold on a minute, Al. The 66 always was a little quirky. Not as bad as the 67, but still, I checked the alternator.
Norman, the breadth of your knowledge is stunning. I mean, is there anything you don't know?
Well, it's just that I've always been sort of a car nut.
You know, Al, the Home Shopping Network offers one of the finest car coffee holders that money can buy.
Our next speaker comes all the way from Honolulu, Hawaii, a true example of how the electronic town meeting can link this entire country together. Dan Kalana-Wea. Dan?
Hey, oh, aloha. I'm having a problem with my TV set. I can see you guys okay. I can see a picture, but I'm hearing music.
Why are you calling me? I don't know what's the matter with your TV. Norman?
Sorry to disappoint you, Al. I really don't know anything about electronics.
Al, it could be the picture tube.
Well, just try your cable company. Our next speaker is Sally Carlson in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Sally?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, but I have no picture.
Al, now you see why this is such a bad idea.
I'm beginning to think you may be right, but perhaps our next speaker will prove you wrong, although probably not. The chair recognizes Glenn Thorstad in Tucson, Arizona. Glenn.
I'm a former Green Beret, and apparently the only former Green Beret that Ross Perot hasn't hired. I'm out of work, but I was honorably discharged after I got out of the hospital, even though I killed my whole platoon by calling in the wrong coordinates on an airstrike. But I'm a damn good soldier, if I don't say so myself, and so I wondered if someone could ask Mr. Perot if he could hire me to investigate someone.
Look, for the umpteenth time, Mr. Perot is not here. Could we just please get one question about electronic town meetings or anything related to electronic town meetings? How about Julie Kimmel in Chicago, Illinois? Julie?
I have a question for Mr. Franken. Why aren't there more women on this show? Are there no women at Comedy Central? Just look around you. Is it okay for women to bring you coffee and answer your phone messages, but not to be on the screen?
Our next speaker, I'm told by my producer, has a specific question on the role of the electronic town meeting in government. Finally, so let's go to Esteban Pereira in Puerto Rico. Hello, Esteban. What is your question?
Buenas noches a todos. He estado preocupado para saber si es que el Electronic Town Meeting crearía alguna política donde el presidente de la República de los Estados Unidos se preocuparía por saber de las necesidades que tiene el hombre común y de conocer a base del foro Electronic Town Meeting.
I should have known this was going to happen. So many people in this country speak Spanish, and they have it on the ballots. It's my fault. Damn.
Muy bien, mi amigo. Ha traído a discusión un problema de la Asamblea del Pueblo. Pero sé que el parte de la Asamblea sea indefinido aún en el modo de ver de Ross Perot.
Muchas gracias, señor Ornstein.
Norman, you are an amazing man.
Muchas gracias, Al.
No, thank you, Norman. And thank you to Roger Cowan of the Home Shopping Network for participating in this, Comedy Central's first electronic town meeting. The meeting is adjourned, and we'll be right back after these important messages.